Well, this is exciting. This is my second YouTube video. Woo! Suppose this is it, me in the YouTube world. First video went down quite well, so thank you everyone for watching. I've seen like a lot of YouTubers start the videos by like either like, hi everyone, hey guys, what's up? So I don't really know what my intro is. Probably just me rambling on like I am. Last time I talked about just life in general and how I sort of changed my mindset. But I've seen a lot of people messages about breakups, how to get over a breakup, how I got over a breakup, and how to deal with a breakup. So I thought I'd do this video on that topic. Still a very touchy topic for me, I'm not gonna lie. It's really raw still, it hurts when I talk about breakups. I still find it really hard to go through a breakup. But I think like my first relationship was quite a public relationship, and I was with the person for so many years. When I broke up with that person, it was sort of like, I don't know, like I sort of accepted it. And then that was that. Like I was hurting for not that long. And once I was done, it was done. And maybe that was because it was sort of me, not like a proper love. Although I loved the person, it wasn't like love what I'd felt before. And then I think my second relationship is when I learned a lot about breakups, about being in love, falling out of love and whatnot. So the way I got over the breakup was, I think for me, I was really focused into work, and that really helped us to just get in there and throw myself into work and think about myself and start self-loving. But the advice that I would give everyone is obviously not the advice that I took myself. So I think that is the thing with the breakup. I think for girls, although you're looking for advice everywhere and you message your friends and it's hard for them and you're always trying to find how to get over the breakup, to be honest with you, there is no way you can get over it unless you just do what you want to do. Your friends are always going to say, don't message them, don't message them. But if you're going to message, you're going to message. That can't be stopped and that can't be helped. Like, you're always going to want what's bad for you, don't you? And although you know you're going to get hurt more, for some reason, we'll just do it. I think what you've got to learn is when you go through a breakup, there's so many different stages that you're going to go through. There's so many different emotions. I personally think a breakup is like grieving. It is like losing someone, because you've been so used to that person in your life for such an amount of time, or even a short period of time. I think you do end up relying on that person sometimes, and it's like you're a team and now you're just one. So I think it's part of grieving. You're gonna feel pain and you're gonna feel a loss, like you've lost someone. For speaking to someone for every single day to then not, that is hard, because you're like, everything changes, doesn't it? There's different stages of a breakup. I remember Googling it when I went through my breakup and seeing all these different stages, and I was like, oh my God, that's me. Stage number one was being desperate for answers. Why it happened, what went wrong, who's to blame, why did that happen? Because you just want answers, you want to know why, and you sort of just blame yourself, don't you? So I think with stage one, asking yourself why it went wrong, I think the best thing for you to do is accept. You've just got to accept that that is the end. Even though it's so hard, if you just accept that, that is it. This is what's happening right now. Live in the moment. Try not to relive the past. It's so hard to think about all the great things that person did for you and think about the best things. Even though you're not together anymore, you do think about the good things, but you need to start thinking about why it went wrong or what happened and accept that. Stage two is denial, where you're like, this can't be true, it can't be ending. You just can't believe that this is actually happening to you right now. You can't believe that this is it. And I think the denial stage is a really hard stage to go through, because you're not ready to move on with someone yet, because you still can't accept that you're not with that person yet. You wonder why, and you keep thinking that you're going to get back with them. So I think the second one is denial. I think as well, like in the second stage of denial, don't try and go out there and look for someone straight away to try and fill the void, because you're not going to heal. You're not going to heal by trying to fill that spot and try and get the love that you had from your girlfriend or boyfriend by meeting someone new. So even though you're going through the denial stage, I don't think at this stage, I think personally, don't be getting into bed with someone straight away, because it's going to hurt. Stage three, I mean, most of us have been there. This is the bargaining stage where you'll do anything to be with that person again. Like, even though they've hurt you, even though everything's over, you're gonna do anything to want to be with that person because you just want that feeling back again. That little bit of feeling that you ever felt, you want it back, you're craving for it. So at this stage, this is when you will do anything for that person just to be back with them. But you've got to remember, at this stage, this is where you need to get really strong. You need to build up your own strength and not go back into that trap. You've got to remember why it ended, and you've got to remember the bad bits. Remember, do you want to be back in that place again? Do you actually want to be with that person again who's hurt you? Or do you want to be in that relationship again when it's ended for a reason? And I think, like, you've just, even though you'll do anything to get that person back, just think about yourself. Like, put yourself in your own shoes and think, be an outsider, look in and think, what would I tell myself right now? You want to be strong, you want to tell yourself, no, you're not going to go back there. Why would you? Why would you want to go back there when you can find love elsewhere? And there's always someone that's going to make you happy in your life. I think at this stage as well, you think that you're not going to get with anyone ever again. You're like, this is it. This is it. I'm not going to fall in love ever again. That person was the one. But you've got to remember, yes, you will. You will always find someone. The world is so big. We're full of billions of people, and from all different countries, all different nationalities, people doing different things. There is someone out there for every single person. And I think, remember as well, life takes you on a roller coaster and everything has to happen for a reason. You've had to break off from this relationship for a reason. Maybe you will get back, maybe you won't, but who knows? You've just got to trust the process and learn from it. So the next stage is relapse, where you could potentially meet up with that person, or you could meet up and maybe have a one night with them and realise it's not right. And you've tried to blank them, but then you've texted them. And now you're like, fuck me, I feel shit again. Why have I done that? And you hate yourself for doing it. It's like when people relapse over alcohol, drugs, or any other kind of addictions, they hate themselves after. But remember, that's fine. Accept it. You've relapsed. You've went back there, or you've texted them. You feel like shit, but you're gonna feel fine again. So just pick yourself back up and get back to square one, where you're strong again, and cut the contact. Always, I know it's gonna be tough when you wanna message them. You wanna message them abuse, or you wanna message them heartfelt messages, and you just wanna really you want their attention. That's basically what you want, and you're gonna do anything to get that. But the other thing I can advise is, if you wanna get their attention, you're doing it in the wrong way. The best way is silence. I think the best way is say nothing. If you want to message them, then this is something I felt like helped me. I think if you want to message them, go on your notes on your phone and write out the text that you want to send them. Because if it's down on pen and paper, that's all that matters. You do not need to press the send button. But if you write out on pen and paper how you feel or what's going on, then that does really help. And also, I'd advise, if you write down all the bad things that person did to you, write it all down. And if you're ever having a moment of doubt, look back and look at all the negatives and remember how bad it was, and that'll make you feel a lot better. The next stage after that is anger. You're gonna feel just angry towards them, blame them for everything, like, why you done this, why do you feel like that? And you're just gonna be angry at the world. And you are gonna be really hurting by this point, because you're 5 stages down the line. So this is the anger stage. But remember, with your anger, do not take it out on them. You're gonna wanna be angry. Maybe if they're liking a couple of photos, that's gonna get you pissed off. And you're gonna wanna text them, but what's the point? You're gonna gain nothing from that. If you're gonna be angry at what they're doing, it's only gonna make you feel worse. Because yeah, you're gonna tell them that they're hurting you, they're affecting you, but if they're not with you, they're not gonna care. So as brutal as it sounds, you're gonna be angry at them, but they're not gonna give a shit, basically. So play them at their own game. You don't give a shit either. So I think the anger stage, you just gotta be really careful and know your worth. Don't be angry for what they're doing. Just concentrate on yourself and try not to look. You cannot look. Initial acceptance. So I think like the first bit of knowing that you're getting over them is, wait, I feel a bit good right now. You're going to go through different emotions. You're going to go, one day you're going to feel amazing, and one day you're going to feel like shit and think about them all day. But I always say as well, reach out to friends. Your true friends are going to let you get it all out your chest. If you want to cry, cry. If you want to listen to breakup songs, do it. Do it, whatever's going to make you feel good. And if ringing a friend and just rattling on about your ex-boyfriend is going to help you, then do it. Your friends are always going to be there for you. I think like once you come to the end of all the stages, the last stages is like redirected hope. So in this stage, it's like hope for the future. Like you can start seeing yourself being you again. Remember who you were before the breakup. Remember who you were then. Remember how you felt. You must have been in a good place to be able to get in a relationship. So go back to that person. Go back to what made you happy back then. Go back to how you felt and feel good about yourself again. If it is going out, go out with your friends. If it is finding a hobby, then find a hobby. I think a lot of people do speak about going to the gym and eating well. Some people don't like the gym. Some people don't want to get fitter. To be honest, when you go through a breakup, you either eat till your heart's content or you don't eat at all. So I think if you're not eating and then you're going to the gym, you're going to be ill. So just do what's right for you. If you feel like working out makes you feel better, then do it. If you want to sit and eat, eat. But I do think caring about yourself does matter, which might mean going to get a blow dry or putting your makeup on or taking a couple of selfies might make you feel good. But obviously don't stoop below the belt and start posing naked and telling everyone how single you are, because that just puts people off. Just be yourself and be wise. I think as well, like you've got to remember that you are going to find someone eventually, but you're only going to find someone until you love yourself. That's going to take a little bit of time and it is work, but you've got to focus on yourself. I think as well, throwing yourself into work is the best thing ever. I think also having a holiday with your girls is the best ever. I think the worst thing to do is finding someone else to fill the spot. Although I think distractions help. If there is someone there that you fancy and you text them, they make you feel good about yourself, then that's fine. But I think trying to just get straight in there to find someone else as soon as possible, I don't think it's going to end well. Although some people find relationships straight away, personally, I would say just give a little bit more time for yourself. Find out who you are again, because I think sometimes you can get really lost when you break up with someone. You sort of lose who you are and you forget, oh my God, this is me. So I think you need to gain your independence again. And then once you start loving yourself and once you start getting over the relationship, you are gonna feel great. You're gonna feel absolutely amazing, and someone else is gonna walk into your life and pick you up, and it's gonna be the greatest love ever. So just remember that. If a breakup's happened, it's happened for a reason, for you to find your prince or your queen. So yeah, that's the advice I'd give. I'd love to take your own advice, but sometimes I do not do that. All the advice that your friends are going to give you, which sometimes your friends are like, he's a dickhead, fuck him, or ignore him, don't message him. I mean, it's easy to say that for your mates, but living in the breakup is tough. So I think your friends always want your best interest, and remember that as well. Like your friends are always there for you. And just be honest with your friends. Don't try and hide away, and don't try and go through the breakup on your own, because it's tough. It is really tough. And I do think, like I said, it's part of grieving. But remember, everything is always gonna be all right. Although you might not be able to see it now, look out, think of yourself in 5 months' time, accept that you're gonna be feeling fucking great. But right now, accept you're going through the breakup, it's gonna be tough. You're gonna go through so many emotions every single day, but you're gonna come out bigger and better in the end. Whoever's watching this right now, if you're going through a breakup, you got this. Know your worth. So, hope everyone finds love eventually, but for now, live your best single life, honeys. That's it. Bye.